New airplane build. A Sabre F-86. As the box says. It's a MiG killer. Welcome back. The F-86 build. Well, I was working on the front landing gear and the fuselage here. Right? I was working on this. I painted the inside like I said I was going to. We did all silver in the front. And we'll do black in the back. That's it that side. I got my servos in. So we're going to start back in the front of the instruction book. And we're going to put our servos in for our elevators. And I got a special servo here. Wow. It's got like 2 kilos torque, but it's super thin. You see that? It's a very thin one. So I think it's going to go upright in here with a servo horn with a pull-pull system on the rudder. Or maybe only on one side. But see, it's so small, thin, it'll easily fit inside half of this. So we can get that one to fit inside the right rudder. We can cut it out so we don't have a big servo sticking out in the tail there. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And I got my these are a Turnigy. I think they're a 9-gram servo, but they're the same size as the 9-gram servo, but I believe that they're a little heavier because they got like steel gears. So let's see. We'll turn a scale on here. So with the wire, everything included, this one weighs 14.3 grams. 14.3. Both of them exactly 14.3 grams. So they're the same size as a 9-gram servo, but they weigh 14.3 grams and they got metal gears. So we're going to use 2 of those in the elevator, and I'll also be using 2 of those for the ailerons. And as you know, I have this really thin metal gear one for the rudder, and I was mounting up this earlier, which is a just a normal servo. That'll be for the front landing gear, for the steerable landing gear. Okay, well, you see here, we go put the servo in here. It's just a hair big. So I'm going to cut out the back here just a bit. And it's the back, yeah. You can do the front because these tongs fit down. So the back's got to go out how much? Put a little mark there. We'll see. Okay, so we can see a cutout to this line here. Maybe turn more lights on, it'd be better to see better. Is that better? Okay. You can see where I have to cut out a little bit. It's wide enough. We gotta get the servo horns out of the kit and the wires they provide. So, now do the cutting here. An X-Acto knife. Just cut that little bit out. It sure isn't very much. Very carefully. I guess you could grind it out. It's so hard to get the square corners when you do that. Okay. There. You got that out. I'll use my pliers just to get that last little bit up there. Okay. I will test fit this again. That's going to go down, but I need to cut a new spot for the wire. So, where am I going to mark there? You only have to go halfway down. Styrofoam from that. Okay. Get that out. and they're very good. Nice fit. Dead, smooth, flush. I'll cover that with something. So I bet you, we're going to have to carve out just a little bit to get the servo horn on there. There. That'll be a nice metal gear servo to go in. There, we just have to make the same side on the other side as big. And let's get a servo horn for these here. I'll be right back. I got the holes cut out. Now, I have to notch it for the servo. I did this one. The servo fit in here. It is perfect now. It goes completely lower than what it is. And they use some double-sided sticky tape for this. I don't think I'm going to trust that to double-sided sticky tape. I'm actually going to glue the servo in here. Same as on this side. Use the same servo here. Oh no, I can't. Wire's the wrong way. We can go in here. I'm going to test fit this just so I can mark and cut the spot here with servo horn. We'll take just a little bit out. Make room for the servo horn. That should do it. This will fit in there good. I'm going to put a servo horn on it. And we get it hooked up. And here from the kit, I got the servo horns themselves. Not the servo horns, but the control horn, I guess. What do you call it? That goes that way, so this has to go up. Now I'm going to connect these servos. I mean, if you have a servo tester, that's good. You can center your servos. But I don't have one. I clean these lines out a little bit here. There's a slot here I made bigger so the wire fits in good. These go in. But I'll put both my servos up and connect them to the receiver. Make sure they're centered before I go and, once you glue it in here, it's really hard to get to that screw. So you want to make sure that the servo horns are centered on there first before you put them in the wing. And here, these guys, they say that they go right through here. I don't see it going right through all the way, but oh well. I'll have to cut a line in here in the center so I can slide these through. There we go. And I'll do this one in the center. I'll make sure we're all the way through. Same with this one here. Now I'm getting this ready because these are going to get glued on. Same time I'm going to glue my servos in. Now, we want to check. I know that these are going to go in here like this. And the cap on the other side, but I'm not going to put this on because I want to wait. And I'll be putting glue in here. They flush melt pretty good. They melt pretty nice. Okay, but I believe that they give in the hardware kit here. I've got to mount 2 of these. Okay? These are to hold the wire to the servo. Actually, I don't know if I want that small one. I think I have bigger ones. Maybe, I don't know. A few of them here. Okay. Then you go and you put a screw in the top here. And it pinches down on the wire. So that they're very adjustable. Which makes it good because it's hard to take the servo horn off. But as you see, the wire goes through and then the screw tightens down. But first off, these are threaded. And I'll have to mount them. Man, how much throw do I want? It's a big question. I'm going to mount them the second hole to the end, I guess, on both of them. You see now, to make it so these are going to fit, I have to drill these out. Make these holes bigger. Well, doesn't want to come off. Make the hole bigger while it's on. Power tools are handy, but sometimes these delicate jobs you don't want to have the Dremel out or stuff. Having a screwdriver and a little hand tool isn't a bad idea. Man, I use this so much in my hobby shop. Or hobby room. Hobby shop, it's a room. But there we go. Okay, so I've drilled out the holes bigger on both of those. I don't know what drill that is, but it's the right size. These will fit through there nice. And then I'm going to use red Loctite. The 262 Loctite on the little nuts and washers. Holy. Well, they aren't even real nuts in the kit here. They're giving us like a little rounded thing that you can tighten with your hands. So I'm not going to use red Loctite. I'm going to put them on there, right? We'll put a washer on first. And this, and then what I'm going to do is after I get it on, is I'll set it with just a tiniest little dab of CA glue. I know they aren't supposed to be that tight because you want this to turn in the servo horn, right? So we get it about yay tight, but we never ever want that to come off. Ever. Wow, what should I use? What should I use?